Okay, I'm going to do a quick tutorial on Picsart and how to add one photo to another. So first things first is we want to make sure that we have Picsart on our phone, and we're going to open that up. So the first thing that you want to do is decide what you're going to do actually. And for me personally, if I'm doing a flyer or a photo or a lost and found or whatever it is, I usually almost always start with the collage. So I'm going to go here where it says collage and I'm going to hit that. And then you've got your choice here of grids, frames. I'm going with a background. Alright, so you have a bunch of preset backgrounds here that you can pick from. I don't want any of that. I just want a plain white background so that I can add photos and I can do what I want to do with it. So I'm going to go right here to choose background color, and then here's all your options. So right here, this bar up here tells you what color you have on the right hand side. So it was green, now it's pink, and it's blue, and yada yada yada. You have some preset colors down here that you can pick from, and that'll change it. Once you're happy with what you want, hit your check mark. Now, just so you know, say that you have a pink, you're in pink, but you don't want it that dark, and you start just fiddling around with it, and you find a little bit of a lighter pink that you like that. And you want to keep that color. You want to be able to come back to it again and again. You're going to go down here and you're going to find you one of these empty little squares, and you're going to click in it. Now your color is saved. You can always come back to that color. Once you're happy with the color you want, you're going to hit your check. Don't hit your check until you're sure that you're happy, or you have to start over. So I want white, so I'm going to pick white. Make sure that it's here on the right hand side. That's the color you have, and there you go. Alright, so you're going to go to your gallery and you're going to want to pick pictures. You want to make sure that's already done. You don't want to start looking for pictures once you're starting your work. Find your pictures ahead of time, have them ready, and then decide what you want. So I'm going with a picture of my husband and the flag. And I'm going to use these two photos, and you can add up to 10 photos, and then I'm going to hit right here where it says add to. Okay, first thing I want to do is I want to start with JD because I need to get him edited. So I'm going to get my flag out of the way. I'm going to pull my picture of JD over, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Alright. I need to crop this out. I'm not going to use all of this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crop it. So up here at the top, here's your menu. The little wand here is for editing and changing things, changing the way the picture looks. The little square is cropping. This little star here is shape cropping. So if I wanted to crop him into a little heart, I would use that. The scissors are for a free crop. This is the frame, and this is the border. If I wanted to border this picture, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to crop the picture. So I'm going to hit crop, and then I'm going to free crop it. Although there are sizes you can use, I'm just going to free crop it. So I'm going to just move this up and find the spot that I want. And once I'm happy with it, I'm going to hit my little check mark. Remember, don't hit your check mark until you're satisfied with what you got. Okay, I want to get rid of this background here. So there's free cropping, but I personally like this little gadget right down here. It looks like a little paintbrush right here. So I'm going to hit the little paintbrush, and then you can see where everything gets pink except for the photo that I'm working on. Now this is just going to erase what I don't want. So I don't know if you can tell very well how soft that is. It's kind of soft and fuzzy. I want a really sharp, clean line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to this little circle down here. This is my brush size. So I'm going to click on that. Now, this is the size of the brush, but it also is the hardness. So if I want it soft and fuzzy, I'm going to go over here, and it's a soft fuzzy. And if I want it a little harder, so it's a hard line, I'm going to move it over here. And I also want to get in there really clean, so I'm going to go a little smaller. Once you're happy, hit OK. So now you can see, let's do it on this side. Now you can see that's a clean line. Fuzzy line, clean line. Okay. I'm going to put you on pause while I clean this up. I'm just going to go around the edges here of JD and fix all this up. Just a note, if you accidentally take off something you don't want to, you can just come right back down here and hit on your little brush and put it back. Okay? So I'm putting you on pause while I do this. Okay, as you can see, I got in there pretty tight, and I want to get rid of the rest of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to my brush size, and I'm just going to make it bigger so that I can just zoom through that and get rid of the background. Okay, I mean, it's up to you, however you want to do it. All right, once you're happy, and you need to be happy with it, then you're going to go down and hit your little check. All right, so now I have my picture of JD, and I'm going to get it out of my way, and I'm going to work on the flag a little bit. So basically I'm just going to pull the flag down, and then I'm going to put JD in front of it and set him up the way I want it. And there we go, we have JD in the background, I mean in the foreground. So I'm good with that right there. But at this point you can do anything you want. You can, you know, move JD around, you can add more pictures, you really do whatever you want. Just go back up to your menu up here. You can change things around. So I'm happy with where he's positioned, and I'm going to hit my check. Okay. Now, here again, you can add text. You can do all kinds of stuff, whatever you want to do. I do want to show you one little feature just because it's pretty cool. You go down here to Effect, and it gives you all these options here. Paper, distort, colors, whatever. I'm going to go to Artistic. And my favorite on here is watercolor. So I'm going to go to watercolor, and you see how that changes. Let's see if I can clear that up a little bit. You see how that changes the picture to more of a watercolor. Now I don't know if you can see that very well. You see that little circle right there? This is your menu, so you can pull it up. And if I wanted to add more lines to the picture, if I wanted to make it a little bit darker, I could get rid of some of the, see there? And I kind of like the way that looks, so I'm going to leave that like that. Once you're happy with it and you've done everything you want to do to it, you're going to find your little check and hit your check. Okay? Alright, so again, at this point, you can do whatever you want. You can add more pictures, add text. I'm going to add some text. So I'm going right down here to text. And then, of course, you pick all your text and everything, but what I want to show you is right here, this first box is the color of your text. So you pick whatever color you want. I'm going to stay with white, but you could go any color. Remember, it's on the right side, so I want to stay with white. 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 There we go. Once you're happy with it, then you're going to hit your check. All right. I'm just going to go with a plain block text, but you can, you know, use whichever one you want. I'm just going to go with a plain one, and I'm going to put God bless the USA. Okay. Now, if you were going to add more to it and enter, then you would align it, yada yada yada. I'm just going with one line. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the text. I'm happy with the color. I'm gonna hit my check right there. Okay. Now I need to position my text, so I'm going to move it. If it was black, I could put it up here. You'd put it wherever you want, but I need it to fit into his shirt so that you can see it. So I'm going to put it like that, but I really want it to be a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to change the size of the text so it's a little bit bigger. Okay? And once you're happy and it's all good, then you're going to go down and hit your little check. Okay? So this is my picture so far. I want to crop this out a little bit, so I'm going to go over here to my tools. Oops, not that. That's JD's weather app. I'm going to hit my tools. I'm going to go to crop. Now, here you can do all kinds of stuff. You can clone it, perspective, you can sharpen. I mean, really play with this app. It's a fantastic app, and there's so much you can do with it. I'm just going to crop it. So I'm going to come up here underneath the bottom of it. I'm going to come up here off the top. I want to crop this out a little bit here. Crop this out a little bit here. And let's see. Again, once you're happy with it and you like the way it's lined up, hit your little check. There's your picture. Okay. I want to frame this, so I'm going to go down here to the border. And it always comes up black and white, but I want to do red, so I'm going to go with red. And I don't particularly want that color red. I want to go a little bit darker. So find the color you want, and once you're happy with it right there, hit your check. And then I want to go with a blue, but I don't particularly want that shade of blue. I want to go a little bit darker, more of a navy. So you just mess around with it, find what you want. Once you're happy with it, hit your check. And I'm still not happy with it, so I'm going to go a little bit darker. That's more of the color that I want. So right there, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to hit check. And I like the photo. It looks pretty good. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to save it. And there you go. Now you can go down here. Once it's saved, you can share it. You know, you can share it to Facebook. You can do whatever you want. You can add more text. You know, do whatever you want to do with it. All right. So I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, just let me know.